ever wonder how, like, real financial experts, the actual gurus, how do they actually invest their money? I mean, not just like the textbook stuff, right?
Right.
But like the real nitty-gritty choices,
Yeah.
the things they actually do with their own cash.
Uh,
I think it's fascinating.
yeah.
And that's exactly what we're diving into today. We're
Okay.
cracking open this book. It's called How I Invest My Money.
Okay.
And in it, we've got like 25 financial experts,
Yeah.
big names, and they basically lay it all out, their personal strategies, their philosophies, everything.
Interesting.
Now, what's cool about this is it's not like, here's the one right way to invest.
Right. Right.
Because let's be real, there isn't one.
Exactly.
Everyone's different.
Right.
But what the book really gets at, I think, is like, how do you align your money with your values to live a better life?
Right. Like, what's the point of having all this money if it doesn't actually make you happier
Totally.
or help you live the life you want? And that's something this book really emphasizes. Like, forget the rigid rules, the cookie cutter plans.
Yeah.
It's all about building a financial plan that truly reflects you, your values, your goals, your personality, everything.
It's so refreshing, right?
Yeah.
Because so much of the financial advice out there is like, do this, do that. And it's like, wait a minute.
It doesn't take into account all the nuances
Exactly.
of individual situations.
Yeah, I mean, one of the authors, Joshua Brown, he says something like, and I'm paraphrasing, but basically, money is personal.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no magic formula.
No one size fits all. And the book does such a good job of showcasing that.
It really does.
Like, through these different examples, you see how different approaches can be equally valid.
Totally.
Depending on the person.
Yeah. Like, okay, so one example.
Yeah.
They talk about Carl Richards, right?
Oh, yeah. Carr.
He's a financial planner.
Yeah.
And his thing is, like, simplicity.
Oh, yeah. He keeps it super simple.
He's all about index funds.
Hmm.
And I think for some people, they hear index funds and they're like, huh.
Right.
So break it down. What are index funds?
Okay, so imagine a basket, right?
Okay.
A basket of stocks. And this basket tracks a whole market index, like, say, the SST 500, which is basically like 500 of the biggest U.S. companies.
Got it.
So instead of trying to, like, pick individual stocks, like, oh, this one's going to be a winner, which, let's face it, stressful.
Super stressful.
Can be a total gamble.
Yeah, you're basically betting on the overall performance of the market.
Exactly.
Which, historically, has been pretty good.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah. And that's Carl's philosophy. He values peace of mind, a less volatile portfolio, maybe more than chasing, like, the highest possible returns.
I mean, that makes sense.
Right.
He's not losing sleep over every little market fluctuation.
Exactly. And for him, that peace of mind is priceless.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to that. I know I can.
Yeah.
But, okay, so Carl likes to keep it simple with index funds. That's his thing.
Yeah.
But the book obviously doesn't just talk about index funds.
No, it goes way beyond that.
Like, what are some other things we learn from these financial experts?
So many things. They dive into, like, how they think about risk, for example.
Okay. Risk. That's a big one.
Huge. And there are, like, a lot of different approaches, right? Some people, they're all about diversification.
Diversification. Meaning,
Spreading their investments across different asset classes. Stocks, bonds, real estate, maybe even some build.
right, not putting all their eggs in one basket.
Exactly. The idea is if one investment does poorly, the others can cushion the blow.
Makes sense.
But then you have others who are, like, more comfortable with concentrated bets.
So, like, the opposite of diversification.
Yeah, pretty much. They might really deeply understand a specific industry or company,
Okay.
and they're willing to put a larger chunk of their money there.
Even if it's riskier.
Exactly. They believe their expertise gives them an edge.
That's interesting. So it's like high risk, potentially high reward.
Exactly.
So we've got all these different approaches. Diversification, concentrated bets. It's kind of overwhelming, honestly.
Yeah, I know. It's like, where do you even start?
Right. So for our listener, what's the takeaway here?
I think the biggest takeaway is don't try to copy anyone's strategy blindly. Don't just, like, pick an expert and say, I'm going to do everything they do.
Right.
It's more about using their stories as inspiration, like as a starting point for your own journey.
I like that, a starting point.
Yeah. And I think the best place to start is with yourself.
What do you mean?
Ask yourself, what really matters to me when it comes to money? What do I value? What kind of life do I want to live?
It's like a soul-searching exercise almost.
Yeah.
But with your finances.
Exactly. Like, do you crave security above all else?
Okay.
Or is it freedom, like the ability to travel and pursue your passions? Do you want to, like, build a legacy.
Leave something for your kid.
Exactly. Once you have a really clear picture of what matters to you, what your goals are, then you can start to craft an investment plan that reflects those values.
That's powerful stuff. It's
Mm.
not just about the numbers anymore.
No.
It's about your life.
And it was Brian Portnoy, one of the co-authors of the book. He ends with this question that I just love. It really sums it all up. He asks, if your money could reflect your values, what would that look like?
That's such a good question
Mhm.
because it forces you to think beyond just, okay, how do I make more money?
Right.
It's like, how can I use my money to actually build the life I want?
Exactly.
So, for everyone listening, that's your homework.
Yeah, get a notebook.
Start journaling.
Mm.
Think about your values, your dreams, your goals, and then think, okay, how can my money help me achieve all of that? This is just the start of your deep dive into intentional investing.
Have fun with it.